Hello there this evening. Thank you for your lovely company. You're watching EBN Weekend Edition. Not quite a good day from the capital city of Nairobi following a gas explosion that claimed the lives of 3 people and has seen more than 280 people injured. We've got the details around that particular explosion, and not just that, but also the ODM leader Raila Odinga has released a press statement this evening. We'll be listening into that as well. So we've got quite a lot in store, but let's take a look at stories making headlines.
Kufika hivi nje tukasikia moto imelipuka, kwa sababu tunajua ni nini na happen.
Sasa ndo tukasikia mlipuko wa kwanza. Tukitokea hapo hivyo kwa barabara kulikuwa na nduthi yenye ilikuwa inapita ilikuwa imebeba watu 3. Hao tukaona wamepotea hivyo.
Friday of chaos. Over 285 people injured following a gas explosion in Nairobi's Embakasi. Baby Sagini's grandmother acquitted by the courts after judge says prosecution did not prove case. Drama in Bungoma County as burial halted following a mix-up of bodies at the morgue. You are in safe pair of hands. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. Our broadcast is live across our social media platforms as well as on our website at www.ebntv.co.ke. Follow us on X at TVEBN. Let's get started. Now, a truck loaded with gas exploded and set off a massive fireball that burnt homes and warehouses in Embakasi East constituency in Nairobi County, killing at least 3 people and injuring more than 280 people. The fire broke out on Thursday night in the Embakasi neighborhood. Government spokesperson Isaac Moura confirmed, with many residents inside their houses by the time the blaze reached their homes. And as our reporter Consolata Chibalonza details, reports indicate the explosion could have been avoided as the refilling station was set up illegally within the residential area.
At around 11:30 p.m. on Thursday, the 1st of February, there was a huge explosion at Mradi area in Embakasi, Nairobi County. One lorry loaded with gas exploded, igniting a huge ball of fire that spread widely. According to witnesses at the site, there was a leak prior to the explosion that was triggered by a personal car that blew up upon ignition.
Kufika hivi nje tukasikia moto imelipuka, kwa sababu tunajua ni nini na happen. So vile ililipuka ni kuanza kutoroka. Kabla tujatoka mbali lazima tuitishe watu kutoka kwa nyumba watoke kwa nyumba. So ile harakati kuita watu tena gas tena ikalipuka ingine.
Ilikuwa mwendo wa saa 5 hivyo tukitoka mechi ya Man U huko. Sasa ndo tukasikia mlipuko wa kwanza. Tukitokea hapo hivyo kwa barabara kulikuwa na nduthi yenye ilikuwa inapita ilikuwa imebeba watu 3. Hao tukaona wamepotea hivyo. Kidogo hivyo tukasikia ile mlipuko tena inazidi. Si kujitoa. Sasa tulikuwa unapigwa na kitu kama wave hivi ya moto. Unajikuta umeanguka. Almost we gave the real number yesterday at night. Saa 7 hivyo. Almost that walikuwa wamekufa. Juu watu walikuwa okay, hao 3 sijui hiyo naweza sema ni story ya jaba juu kulikuwa na soja hapa, kulikuwa na mwingine kwa hii gari yenye iko hapa kando yenu, na kulikuwa na 3 kwa nduthi. Sasa hiyo mlipuko ikitoka huku ilipita na watu wa nduthi, soja na huyo jamaa, hao walikufa on spot. Sasa hao wengine pale penye nilikimbililia nilikuwa napita watu juu na wamuki. Sasa na mimi nikatee kwa kuanguka, nikaona simu mbele. Mimi nikasema simu nimeipa kwa manyumba juu kulikuwa na hiyo nini ikipiga hivyo huko unapumua vizuri.
Leaders including Babu Owino and the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua have visited the site of the incident and gave their apologies and help as much as they could. Esther Passaris visited Mama Lucy Hospital to help the survivors with not only essentials but also help supply medicine.
So Mama Lucy is the hospital that is closest to the place where the explosion happened, and they've received over 220 of the survivors of the burns, or the victims of the burns, and quite a number have been discharged. Now, unfortunately, buy medication for the first ones, and we realized that we need to help the hospital stock up. Why? Because as the Waziri is looking for medication from across the county, we felt that we should also play our role. So we've bought medicines worth about 400,000, which are on their way coming here to stock the hospital. And at the same time, I know there'll be others coming in. And the governor has said that all patients will be treated for free. So I know that they'll be coming in over and over because burns require a lot of maintenance.
Government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura has stated that the relevant gas filling company in Embakasi had been denied a license to operate by the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority. According to him, those responsible for the workplace casualties will face consequences, including the owners of the company.
Is actively aiding 9 single mothers along with their 21 children currently seeking shelter at the Kenya School of Aviation. Collaborations with the Kenya Red Cross and the Nairobi County government is dedicated to providing essential support, including food and non-food items to those affected. It is also true to say that the Kenya Red Cross has a platform to provide for cash transfer for those whose houses have been destroyed. In conjunction with the Ngao DCC, they will do serious mapping so that there can be provision of some rent for at least 2 months or thereabout.
With the denial of an operational license, why then was there a gas filling company amongst the dwelling of men? A question that only time can answer. Consolata Chibalonza, EBN TV.
Now, a High Court in Kisii on Friday acquitted baby Sagini's grandmother, Rael Nyakirario, effectively quashing her 5-year jail sentence for gouging her grandson's eyes. And Nyakirario was all joy after the court set her free. Now, Justice Waweru Kiarie said the prosecution failed to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. The judge summarized the case as weak, pointing to a witness' mental challenges and lack of intelligence to provide credible evidence. The judge said the prosecution's failure to present an expert witness, particularly a sign language interpreter, further weakened the case. Nyakirario and her alleged accomplices, Pasifa Nyakirario, baby Sagini's aunt, and Alex Ochogo, baby Sagini's cousin, had initially been sentenced to serve 5, 10 and 40 years respectively after being found guilty of causing grievous harm to the minor in July of 2023.
Mungu anasaidia mimi ni kivyose. Maneno yangu anakoka saiti. Safi. Si Mungu anapeleka wewe. Anakusaidia. Mungu anasaidia. Ile na mtoto ile ni mzuri.
So as you can see, the lady is happy after having been acquitted of the charges of grievous harm leveled against her. The court has today come out clear and said that there was no evidence at all against the accused person. One of the witnesses alluded to the fact that she assisted the principal offenders when after they had finished to conceal evidence. But even that one, the court has said that the investigations were not properly carried to show that she actually participated even in the concealing the evidence in this matter. She's 8 years and she looks happy, she looks set. We are going to see how she's going to be integrated into society. But going forward, let the investigations be done on matters where it looks as if it is a public issue.
Opposition leader Raila Odinga has this afternoon castigated the judiciary for holding a meeting with the executive, saying the deal should get Kenyans worried. The Azimio leader has accused the executive of taking over the judiciary to force it to rule in its favor in the cases that are alive in the courts. Now, Odinga says there is now an elaborate plan for President William Ruto to appoint friendly judges with the complete concurrence of Chief Justice Martha Koome. Raila Odinga has further dismissed the plan by the executive to give additional funding to the judiciary, as the Constitution stipulates the budget-making process is for the National Assembly.
That there was more than met the eye in the threats by Ruto and the request for a meeting by Madam Comey. We warned then that Mr. Ruto's real intention was to complete the capture of the branches of the government by the executive by taking over the judiciary, force it to forever rule in his favor, in addition to populating the institution with the loyalists. We also warned that in this entire plan, the judiciary was showing signs of willingness to prostrate itself before the presidency in an arrangement that spells grave danger for the rule of law and the entire country. That is a cover-up. The judiciary does not draw any funding from the executive or state house. You have not seen any petition by the judiciary to Parliament over rejection of submitted budget estimates, if any. We challenge Madam Comey to prove otherwise. Ruto is engaged in maneuvers designed to mitigate the ability of the courts to act as a check against the executive power at a time he has already muzzled legislative power through the capture of Parliament.
The Churches Council in the country have written a letter to the President William Ruto, and the National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK, has blamed the Kenyan government for increasing taxes contrary to its promises, not respecting the law and failing to listen to the citizens. The council has criticized President William Ruto, saying that the tax on affordable housing and health insurance deductions has greatly reduced the income of employees. The NCCK has advised the president to form a panel to address the challenges facing the national economy.
In times like this, he needs to listen to the people. He needs to change the course so that the pain that people are expressing then comes to an end, and he brings the country back to a path of peace.
Your Excellency, we plead that you bring to an end the public attacks on the judiciary, where there is a suspicion of corruption against the judge. Let the proper procedure be followed.
Tension is still brewing within the Union of Public Servants of Kenya, following claims by its leaders and members that the union's headquarters in Nairobi is siphoning funds collected from their salaries. During a press conference in Kakamega branch, leaders including Malik Shanguya, the county branch chairman Bernard Otieno, the secretary, and Rosalita Wambani aired their grievances, alleging financial mismanagement and poor leadership at the union's national office. They lamented the closure of branches nationwide due to its financial constraints and alleged management at the headquarters in Nairobi. The leaders threatened to mobilize members across the country to oust the union's officials, including the Secretary General Tom Odeke, citing poor leadership and misappropriation of members' funds. The Labour Court in Kisumu ruled in favor of the new office.
We have in many occasions requested information from the SG, the National Treasurer, and the Chairman of the union, but all have been in vain, which prompted us to go to court. The court, as today, gave its judgment that the three officials have breached their fiduciary responsibilities, and all documents to be given to us for scrutiny. In this regard, we are going to appoint a team of eminent members across the country.
It is very unfortunate that we were elected 2021 January. But according to the Constitution of the Union of Kenya Civil Servants, we should have an office to serve the members. Up to today, there's no office in place in any county in this government, in this country. Unfortunately, even our predecessors left heavy debts in the offices that have never been paid, making our work very difficult. Mine is to urge Brother Odege, our Secretary General, our chairman, Al Sokro, and Malik, our national treasurer, you have failed us. Step aside and give people who can manage the office well.
Ikitokezea kwa wafanyakazi ilikuwa ni kwamba hii union iwasaidie kusuluhisha hiyo shida. Wenzetu ambao wako kule national hawakumbuki kwamba sisi tulikuwa tumejipanga kwa ajili ya kusuluhisha shida za wenzetu. Badala yake wao ndio wamekuwa watu wa kuleta shida kwa wale wafanyakazi. Kwa hivyo ikiwa wao ndio wanaleta shida kwa wale wafanyakazi, hawashughulikie vilivyo, basi hawastahili kuwa katika hizo ofisi. Ningependa tu kuongelesha wenzangu ambao ni machairman, wale wenye viti wote Kenya mzima.
Sorry about that. Now, police officers from Shinyalu constituency in Kakamega County have successfully apprehended 14 suspects involved in various thefts and seized items, including televisions, generators, doors, bicycles, mattresses, water pumps, and other essential commodities. Now, the suspect leading this criminal gang was captured in Shavirotsi village in Shinyalu. Local residents, led by Agri Majimbo, have lauded the efforts by the police in the area for spearheading the operation. The successful crackdown by OCPD Daniel Mukumbu and the OCS resulted in the arrest of the suspects and the recovery of the stolen property. Chief of Hayega location Gerald Murunga expressed his satisfaction with police operations, highlighting that the officers also confiscated marijuana worth 10,000 shillings and 10 liters of illicit brew, also known as changa, from the suspects during the raid.
Watu wananiibia, hata wamechukua ng'ombe yangu, na kila mwezi, kila wiki, kila nini, hata siwezi fuka kuku. Sasa wiki ambayo ilikuwa imepita, sasa walikuja wakachukua vifuria na madamos na kila kitu. Sasa nikiripoti, wanasema na ripoti kwa mtaa nini, kwa wazee wa vijiji. Wakasema wake tuchunguze. Vile sasa polisi imesaidia kupata hivi vitu. Nimepata tu vifuria 2. Kuku hakuna, thermos hakuna. Nimepika asante kwa polisi kwa maana nimepata vitu vyangu hapa.
Na vimepotea mara ya kwanza, mara ya tatu, mara ya pili, mara ya tatu, mara ya 4. Lakini sasa ya mara ya 4 ndio nimepata. Nikiuliza mtu vitu zangu, nikiambia Ikuru vitu yangu imepotea, anasema tu tutatafuta, tutapata. Sikuwa najua sasa kuja huku kwa ofisi huku kwa polisi case, kwa polisi niseme huko, nilikuwa naambia tu Ikuru. Sasa leo hii nimepata mtu na vitu zangu amepatikana na mattress na kasi. Sasa nimepata vitu viwili, mattress na kasi, lakini TV, madamus sijapata. Nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu nimepata kitu 1 2.
Ikitokezea kwa wafanyakazi ilikuwa ni kwamba hii union iwasaidie kusuluhisha hiyo shida. Wenzetu ambao wako kule national hawakumbuki kwamba sisi tulikuwa tumejipanga kwa ajili ya kusuluhisha shida za wenzetu. Badala yake wao ndio wamekuwa watu wa kuleta shida kwa wale wafanyakazi. Kwa hivyo ikiwa wao ndio wanaleta shida kwa wale wafanyakazi, hawashughulikie vilivyo, basi hawastahili kuwa katika hizo ofisi. Ningependa tu kuongelesha wenzangu ambao ni machairman, wale wenye viti wote Kenya mzima.
More than 33 people have been arrested by the Nakada Drug and Alcohol Control Authority for selling and drinking fake alcohol in Mosoriot area in Nandi County. More than 300 boxes of fake alcohol were seized in a search led by the Nakada Director James Kosgei that involved other government units with the aim of ending illegal alcohol across the country, according to the order of President William Ruto. Residents and social organizations have praised the efforts of Nakada and encouraged more cooperation between government units and citizens to achieve the mission.
Mtudho law iliweka vidhibiti kamili ya kuweza kutengeneza pombe, na vidhibiti hivyo tunaweza kutekeleza sisi wenyewe tukiwa multi agency katika serikali kuu. Haijaruhusu pombe kiolela itengenezwe. Kwa hivyo wale ambao wanaenda huko nje ni wale ambao wanavunja sheria, na tutaendelea kufanya ili kuweza kuwapeleka katika mikono ya sheria.
Haiwezekani kitengo moja, tunahusika sisi wote ili kuhakikisha kwamba Kama ni mtu wa KEBS anafanya sehemu yake. Sisi kama ni polisi tunaposhika tunahakikisha kwamba tumeita watu wa KEBS, tumepeleka kwa government chemist ndio tuweze kujua hakika ni pombe ina gani.
Hizi mastika ambayo imepatikana kwa pombe kushi, utakuta kwamba KPS hawajachukua hatua. Na isisemekana kwamba hawajui, wanajua. Na kada lazima kuwa na officers katika ground ambao tungevindicate sasa OCS kwamba mtu wa Nagada alitoka Kapsabet akakuja ama OCS alikosa kuita mtu ya Kapsabet wa Nagada mwenye wako within the county kwenda kwa operation.
A man died on the spot after he was crushed by a lorry ferrying ballast which lost control at Kiamwenja village in Kirinyaga Central Constituency, Kirinyaga County. According to Kiamwenja residents led by Henry Warui, the brakes of the vehicle failed despite the driver trying to control it, and that is when the boy used a wooden piece to stop the lorry when he was crushed. A resident, Peter Mbugwa, said the lorry veered off the feeder road in the village before near an electricity pole, where it stopped, adding that there was nobody else along the busy feeder road. Kiamwenja Assistant Chief Nicholas Munene, who arrived immediately with Kerugoya traffic police officers, said the lorry rolled down very fast as the place was hilly. The body of the deceased was taken to Kerugoya mortuary, while the lorry was towed to Kerugoya police station without the ballast.
Kwa sababu kuko na lori imefanya accident, ilikuwa inapeleka Kakoto kwa one of my cousin, na ikanga la nini ule mzee wa msaidizi moja wake ndiye akaruka kwa lori. Badala ya kuruka ndiye asaidie driver kusimamisha gari, sababu ilikuwa imekataa breki kuweka zile vitu naita tako, ikakosa. Sasa lori nayo ikakuja juu ikamkanyaga na akafa.
Nimepigiwa simu na assistant chief, nikamwambia iko lori imefanya accident hapa karibu na kwetu, na nikakimbia nikakuta ni lori ilikuwa na beba Kakoto, alafu ikashida na kamulimo kalikuwa huko, na yule mtu alikuwa anasaidia kuweka nini ndio ipande, ikarudi kampiga na ameaga.
5 children aged between 10 and 4 months have been rescued in Madidi village, Lugaga sub-county, Vihiga county from an allegedly radical upbringing in the hands of their mother, who is said to have denied the sons the right to education and treatment due to the faith. The operation was led by the deputy chief of the area, Lugaga, David Alumasa, and left the residents of Madidi village speechless. Belisi Eyala is reported to have given her sons a radical upbringing while preventing them from going to school or getting medical treatment at the hospitals for what she claims is her religious belief. The woman has already been interviewed by police officers, and she says her religious beliefs were introduced to her by her husband, who told her that children getting education and hospital treatment is against the religious belief.
Mume wangu yeye ndio mwanzilishi wa hii imani. Akakuja kuniambia hapa penye tumefika saa hii, na yeye amelelewa kulelewa kwa uchafu wenye unaonekana saa hii. Afadhali tumfuate Yesu kuliko tujitie unajisi yenye uko kwa sasa hivi. Tangazwa kuwa masomo sasa inabadilishwa, yale yenye yalikuwa mazuri yanawekwa yale masomo ya kuharibu watoto, ambao mojawapo ni sex education. Na kulingana na imani yangu, siwezi mgeuka Yesu ambao ananipea chakula kila siku niende kuabudu sex education, watoto wangu wasome sex education wakiwa wadogo. Imani yangu inajenga kwa sababu naishi tu kwa neema.
Nikikuja huwa nasikia kama wanaimba hivi. Hapa ndani. Wanaimba na hao watoto wake tu. Lakini kwenda kanisani sijawahi sikia wala kuona.
Watoto wakaanza kugonjeka. Peleka mtoto hospitali. Anakataa. Hospitali ni mapepo. Kila mtu hapa ni mapepo. Peleka watoto shuleni. Hata saa ile anakuwa na mimba, aendanji kliniki. Anasema mimi niende kwa mapepo.
Nashindwa. Sasa vile watoto watakuwa wakubwa, wataoleka na nani? Na hakuna mtu mwenye anakubali kuoa mke mwenye hajasoma.
As the world celebrated Wetlands Day, environmental conservationists in Sabaki, Kilifi County have now called on the community to embrace the importance of environmental conservation along with planting more trees to face the challenges of the country's climate. Led by Dominic Kenne, they say that many arid areas in the country have not received rain due to arbitrary cutting of trees due to the society's ignorance on the importance of preserving the environment. Speaking during the planting exercise of more than 2,000 mangroves along the banks of the Sabaki River, stakeholders say that the planting of mangrove trees has helped a lot in preventing soil erosion, bringing clean air, the production of marine life, and becoming an attraction site for tourists. They say that climate challenges will be faced if Kenyans in general embrace the importance of planting more trees in line with environmental conservation.
Okay, the tree planting exercise has officially begun. Today is a special day. Why? Because we are correcting what was already done wrongly. Why we're saying this is because if you look on the left side of my hand, which is the north side of the river, we've been doing plantation of mangroves for more than 20 years. And in those 20 years, we did not have the program on this side. So today is a special day and we're kicking off this exercise by planting mangroves on this north side of the river. And with 2,000 mangroves, we'll make a change to the environment.
Just to understand and create awareness on the importance of the wetlands. So today is anniversary to mark the same day with a theme of wetlands and human well-being. So it's very important that we are creating awareness majorly to the community, how we can protect our wetlands, how we can conserve this important biodiversity, considering the much that it brings to the environment.
So today we joined with our partners, where as Equity Bank we donated 2,000 seedlings, the mangrove seedlings, for planting in this area. And the purpose of this is to ensure that we participate in conserving this environment, which is very important for us. You realize that whatever you give to the environment is what it gives you back. So as you are planting trees, so far we've planted over 23 million, and we still have a target of planting at least 35 million trees.
To take care of our wetlands and also stop cutting down mangroves because they are so important, and our wetlands are as important because they are a food supply. You can fish there and fishermen also get fish to feed their children or to get income.
A funeral in the village of Sasur, Chesikaki Ward in the Mount Elgon region of Bungoma County was temporarily halted after a family claimed that their loved one's body had been taken from the morgue in Bungoma town on Thursday. Confirming the incident, Deputy Chief of Sasur Ward, James Barasa Kabunje, said that the similarity of the names of the two bodies confused the parties involved during the whole process, leading to the wrong body being taken by the family. Kabunje also hinted that after the family arrived at the morgue and did not find their loved one, they received a call from the morgue management informing them about the mix-up, which forced the family to transport the body to Sasur area and hand it over before burying their loved one.
Watoto songeni kando huko. Mimi ni mama Rose, mama yako.
Tuko na mashishi ya msichana mmoja kwa majina Nancy Chebindio ambaye aliaga kutoka kwa familia ya mzee Wilson Chebuchwa Motoi. Alipelekwa kwa mochari na familia wakapanga watu ambao walienda kumchukua jana. Ikasemekana kulikuwa na miili miwili ambayo majina ilikuwa inafanana, Nancy Chebindio, mwingine naye Nancy Chebindio. Familia ya Wilson Chebuchwa Motoi ikaonekana walikuwa wametumanisha watu ambao hawakuwa na uzoefu ya mambo ya mochari. Nataka kutoa ushauri kwamba wakati familia wamepoteza mtu wakipeleka mochari, ni vyema enda kuchukua uweze kutumanisha watu walio na ukakamafu, wasiokuwa na uoga wakati wamefika mochari, vile hawa sasa walipofika huko jana wakawa watu waoga ambao hawajawahi tembelea sehemu za mochari. Tumanisha watu walio na uzoefu ya kwenda mochari mara kwa mara.
To sports, world cross-country champion Han Maridal from Norway are among other athletes who are in the country to compete at the Sirikwa cross-country, and she's ranked the best overall in women category in the world. According to her, Sirikwa Marathon is the best place for her because she will be running among the best athletes in the country. A third-placed ranked world athlete in the women's category, Lilian Kasait, will also be giving her best at the event. Being the first time on the race, she has promised to give her best to her competitors. Tanzania's best, Grace Jackson, will also be experiencing for the event. And Stefan Gawul from Romania, as well as world lead cross-country Daniel Ebenyo, will also be at the event. Benyo will be using the race for preparations of upcoming events this year. More than 500 athletes have registered to participate in the one-day's event, which will be used to select athletes who will represent the country in this year's events.
It's the home of champions, so I had the opportunity to travel here and I couldn't say no, so I'm very excited. You know, running cross country in Kenya, you have to take the opportunity.
Preparation to this cross country, I've prepared and I'm hoping for the best. Yes, I will use this cross country as other people also used to catch themselves to prepare for forthcoming cross country.
Just tomorrow it's a matter of running and it's a matter of working hard because we have a strong field. I'm just going to try my best, and once I say I will try my best, I'm going to do what I've been doing. So
nimeshiriki Common Game Youth ilifanyika Trinidad and Tobago. Nilikutana na baadhi ya wachezaji wa Kenya. Nilikimbia, nilifanya vizuri. Kwa kuja kukimbia cross country Sirikwa ni mara yangu ya kwanza, na mimi nitapambana kufanya vizuri.
Well, that wraps our bulletin tonight. Thank you very much for your wonderful company. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Cynthia Nanjala.